Hey creatures, it's me Harold, and we're here in the Alchemy Lab talking about some number one issues. Number ones, number ones. So every week we visit our local comic book shop, and on the shelf is a collection of number one issues. And every week we try to pick the brightest and the shiniest of the lot. And here is our very first issue of our very first issues. Get ready! Across the vastness of space, evil flourishes in the darkness between stars. With territories spread far and wide across the Galactic Federation, pirates and hijackers have ransacked these distant colonies with cruel disregard for the innocent scientists living within them. Yet there is a cosmic vigilante who metes out justice across the spaceways, bringing vengeance to those who prey upon the defenseless. They call him the Space Ghost. Back in 1966, Hanna-Barbera had hired Alex Toth to create a new superhero for them, and he came up with the Space Ghost. With him came Jace and Jan and their monkey Blip, and together they fought the likes of Zorak, and Brack, and Moltar, and Metalis, who are all like super cool, badass like villains that I have seen in this comic book in the past. It looks like these creators like went back to a number one. I was following the series and it ended on 12, and then they were like took a hiatus and now they're back on number one. So I'm guessing this is picking up from where they were. This is by David Pepose and Jonathan Lau, and they already did like a 12-issue miniseries which had a lot of these villains already show up, and now it looked like they took a little bit of a hiatus and now they're back with this number one. So this is like a continuation, but number one at the same time. Why didn't they keep the same numbers? I'm a little confused. I'm not sure. But this is the beginning of a new arc. I guess like a new season of a TV show is the best way to equate it. So the series, this number one, kicks off with the villain, the Toymaker. And it looks like he's captured some hostages and is calling out Space Ghost, who seems a bit tied up in the Toymaker's clutches. And even though this is the Toymaker, he's a low-class villain in my opinion here, because I mean, it's a one issue. I don't expect him to last long, but that's a pretty good single panel, I think. But where's Jan and Jace? Well, it looks like they're meeting up with their grandfather, whose name is Dr. Henry Contra. And we're gonna put a little spoiler warning here. Dr. Henry Contra. He wishes to take guardianship of Jan and Jace and wants to give them a safe future. The twins are skeptical and would rather be out helping Space Ghost, who is currently breaking his bonds and not doing too shabby. They try real hard to explain to their grandfather that Dax, or Space Ghost, is a bit more than even family to them at this point. He saved them from a horrific tragedy, and they are kind of bound by that together. Space Ghost continues his fight with the Toymaker, and when the hostages turn out to be new robots, he finds himself in a bit of a jam. Thankfully, Blip is there to save the day, and jumps in just in time. And as Dr. Henry Contra, their grandfather, once again tries to convince them that they're just kids, and they should really be safe with him in his huge mansion and get like an education and such, and be out of harm's way. He's simply telling them he doesn't trust Dax or Space Ghost to keep them safe, when Jan and Jace only feel safe with Space Ghost. And having enough of it, Jan just walks out. The Toymaker then creates the Slaytopia House of Mirrors. The Slaytopia? What is a Slaytopia? Is it a utopia that you slay in? Hey Slay, you slay. Is that the word everyone uses? Slay. That means you're so cool. You look slay. You're slaying. Am I using that right? I don't think I am. I don't think the Toymaker is using it right either. The Slaytopia? Well, it's the Slaytopia House of Mirrors. So it's a house of mirrors you get slayed in. I mean, it's a one ticket trip. It's a one ticket trip. And Space Ghost is stuck inside. Having enough of the fun and games, he smashes his way out and crashes the Toymaker's fun. Cause when it comes to stopping monsters like you, I play for keeps. Yeah, you tell him, Space Ghost. Ha ha ha. Space Ghost plays for keeps. Meanwhile, the Antimatter Man. Oh, did I say that out loud? Dr. Henry Contra is the Antimatter Man. Oh, who said that? Who said that? It wasn't me. It must have been you. But his name is Henry Contra. And he's talking to Jan, and he finds like some common ground with her. And they decide to get coffee and be like, you know, maybe you can keep hanging out with Dax for now. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh. Like, you guys have made it, you've survived through like horrible atrocities and taken down some of the most powerful supervillains in the galaxy. So I think you're okay for now, I guess. For now. And that's issue 1. This is a continuation of an existing series and is going to be a little confusing for people just jumping in. If you're somewhat interested, yeah, go for it. You might be a little lost because they're not together and there's no origin and they're referring to the origin, even though this is a first issue. So my only complaint is that it's a reissue number 1. But if you were a reader from the first series, then this is where we picked up. This is where we left off. And I'm very excited to see where it goes next. So that's a big recommendation from us here in the Alchemy Lab. Thank you for coming along with this little journey. Please leave a comment and tell us what you thought. And we're going to keep our ear to the ground for a new number 1. So remember, creatures, to stay frosty. Wow!